What's going on, Squid Gang? I'm back with another video. I'm sorry I've been late with the uploads as of recently. I've been addicted to playing Black Ops 6 and just things have been a lot busy this month. I have a lot going on right now, and I'm right now in the process of getting my PC so then videos will be able to be more frequent because I'm still on this laptop that I've had for about 6 years. So I got a lot of stuff coming in the works, but it's just taking some time, and I appreciate all of y'all rocking with me still. So it'd be much appreciated if y'all leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel because it really helps your boy out. We are still growing. I definitely appreciate that. And I'm aware you guys saw the title of this video, and yes, just like I promised in my one video I made on LTG, we are going to be talking about why he's not good at fighting games. More specifically, 5 reasons why he's not good at fighting games, and explaining it from my point of view. And disclaimer, my channel is not a troll channel, and it's not a dedicated troll channel. Although I support the trolls, love the trolls, back all the trolls, shout out to all of y'all. But I don't want my channel to be loosely based around that. We can talk about fighting game topics when it comes to players and people like LTG in this video, but this is not just going to be specifically to dunk on him. Can we poke fun and make some jokes here and there? Yeah, sure, but I'm going to try my best to keep it strictly about fighting games and not talking about his controversies and everything else. Although we can make a whole laundry list on that, that's what we're not here to do. So I present to you the top 5 reasons why Low Tier God is bad at fighting games. Let's begin.
Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good day.
Coming in at number 5, this reason for him being bad at fighting games is his ignorance, or more so his lack of educating himself on the games that he's playing, i.e. Tekken 8, Tekken 7, freaking Smash. Any game he plays, he fails to educate himself on. The only game he's simply more well educated for the most part is Street Fighter. Street Fighter is probably the only game he has some technical know-how in a sense, and I'm saying that loosely, where he's well educated on what to do and what not to do. But I'm gonna break down the other games first. In Smash, he's very uneducated. If you've watched him play, he does the same things over and over again. Not only that, but even though that's another reason, his predictability, but if you see how he plays, and the game's been out for about, what, 6 years now, and he has not yet once decided to look into things or how to be better at the game. For someone who says he doesn't try, and he's not trying to take the game seriously, he went to EVO. He went to EVO for the game and busted out both times. There's actual footage of it. If I can find it, I'll actually put it up on the screen right here. But he's painfully bad at Smash. He's painfully bad, and it's because he's very ignorant of the game. He has no clue what the basic fundamentals are, or what the 5 concepts of Smash even are, which are neutral, advantage, disadvantage, ledge trapping, and edge guarding. He knows nothing about those things at all. Then goes on to play these games, and then when he loses horribly, he makes the same excuse as, oh, you're playing like a scrub, this, Bob. We've heard it all before, but it's his unwillingness to put all that aside and actually educate himself on these games, because then he'd be a lot better, have a better understanding, so then he can teach himself. Once he learns the basics, he'd be able to like, oh, I understand why this is bad, or why I shouldn't do these things, or why I keep getting blown up from doing these things all the time. But he doesn't do that. In any fighting game he plays, he refuses to go educate himself. And that factors into my next reason why he's so bad at fighting games. But if he spent more time educating himself and try to be less ignorant to these games he's playing and just calling them remedial every time he loses to something that he's unfamiliar with or doesn't know a matchup, because he says it a lot. He's like, I'm only losing because I don't know the matchup. Then go in the lab and learn it. The fact that he doesn't take the time to go learn these things, which would probably take like 15 minutes, especially in games today that have really deep, robust, and deep freaking training modes that help you learn these certain things or be able to understand and lab these concepts. Like the replay feature in Tekken 8 will definitely help you with that, but he doesn't use it. He doesn't use any sort of resource he has to be good at these games, which is kind of very sad, because in 2014, probably the best version of him was when he was playing Street Fighter 4. And to his credit, he didn't do half bad in Street Fighter 4. He played Viscount in a grudge match 1st to 10, and it was 10-6. Yeah, he might have lost, but he still didn't play that bad. And he played against someone who is very, very much better than him, but he held his own. That's some credit to give him. He also did a grudge match against Alex Myers, and that set was what, 5-3? He didn't do too bad, given he got perfected a couple times, but that's a part of the game. We're going to get perfected. We've all been perfected before. But that's because he was actually grinding and practicing and educating himself on the game. He actually was. No matter how much you hate the guy, he actually was starting to get some sort of result when it came to playing. When he wanted to play, when it came to time of playing, especially in grudge matches, he showed out. He didn't win, he didn't place high or anything like that, but at least he was in the trenches grinding because he was going to Wednesday night fights. He was playing a lot. But come to now, fast forward some good almost 10 years, pretty much 10 years, all that drive and motivation has gone. And he refuses to educate himself on these games to even be considered even slightly decent. Now people look at him more of a joke than they ever did back in 2014. So the number 5 spot is his ignorance and unwillingness to learn these games, these fighting games that he claims that he's so damn good at. So that's number 5.
Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good day.
Coming in at the number 4 spot for why he's bad at fighting games is his failure to admit his weakness or admit his mistakes he's making during a match, and his failure to adapt. That's one of the biggest things that's a problem with him. More or less, I should put it as his failure to adapt, and also his failure to take accountability for his mistakes and admit his weaknesses or where he's weak in some areas. How many times have you seen low tier God play a set against somebody, and instead of just admitting that he fails this matchup or he's not good at this or he doesn't know how to do this, it mostly comes down to just insults over and over again. And not only that, but during a match, if you see him play against someone who has a specific tell or a pattern, mind you, in Tekken 8 he already has 2 accounts banned. So he's on his 3rd account and he's playing through green ranks and yellow and orange and red ranks, which a lot of those ranks have very distinct patterns or one trick ponies or same setups or one-dimensional offenses. For someone who says they're such a good fighting game player or a god at fighting games like they claim to be or whatever, you would think you would adapt and find these things out very fast and get these wins super easily. But he doesn't. He doesn't know how to adapt. He just does his own little thing because he says, oh, I'm going 0.0%, when really that's not the case. He's trying. He very much so is trying, but he won't want to admit to his chat or anybody that he doesn't know what he's doing, which again incorporates into his ignorance of not trying to learn and unwillingness to want to learn, and then failing to accept accountability for, hey man, I'm just not that good yet, but I have to learn and practice. I have to do that. He won't do that. He will refuse to do that because, again, as another reason on this list why he won't do that, but I'll get that when I get to that point, I'll explain it. But he just will not do that for the life of him.
Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good day.
Now coming in at the number 3 spot, the first 2 spots were just very, very easy to get out of the way because, I mean, anyone could tell that. But these 3, I'm pretty sure everyone knows these 3. For number 3, he gets easily tilted and his mindset is just horrible when it comes to these games. Before the match even starts, if someone just queues up with him, they are automatically a stream sniper and or a scrub. And it's crazy how someone can be so paranoid in a fighting game that you assume every person you come across is a stream sniper. And that's not even the worst part, because like I said with the 2 reasons why he's bad at this game, let's just say he does run into a stream sniper, right, when he's playing against somebody. You would think for someone who claims to be super good at these games and they're not trying so hard, you would think, oh, beating a stream sniper would be more better on my reputation or make me look better than just rage quitting or getting mad. Mind you, this man is on his 3rd Tekken account, given his other 2 have been banned, and the game hasn't even been out for a year, which is pretty impressive if you ask me, to have 2 accounts banned already. But he's rage quitting and wanting to plug on green rank. You don't even lose points in green rank. How do you get so tilted in green rank to the point where you damn near want to rage quit? And I can't find the clip. It's probably got taken down somewhere, but there's a clip of him on one of his accounts in green rank and he's rage quitting because someone key charged him. I know some of you might think oh, being key charged is annoying, being taunted is annoying, but that factors into this reason. His mindset is garbage. I get key charged or teabagged or taunted whenever I hop on ranked or whatever, and it just happens. You either laugh it off or you ignore it. You don't care. You play the match out, win or lose, GG's, and you go on to the next one. It's not a big deal. It's just a video game. It really is. You go in the lab, you learn these things, you learn the matchup, learn what you lost to, and you redevelop, you regroup, and then you come back, and if you run into that guy, you beat him. And it's so much better when you finally beat that stream sniper that's been taunting you and teabagging you. It feels great. Because a lot of these things are very, very much mental based. Have you ever been in a ranked game, in any game you're playing, and you see your opponent has a higher rank than you, or a higher Tekken prowess than you, or whatever, and you immediately psych yourself out like, oh, he's probably better than me before the match even starts? So then you start playing differently and more afraid than what you normally would if it was someone your skill, or someone you didn't even know, or someone you're used to playing or sparring with. A lot of it is mental. If you ignore that feeling in your head of like, oh, these people are better than me because of X, Y, and Z, if you treat every match the same, you'll realize how much better you are at playing. And I know a lot of people can relate to that. That's something I've had to deal with coming up playing fighting games. Sometimes I still do when I play against like top level players or higher level players in Discord or whatever. But I gotta remember, they're human just like I am. We're playing by the same rules. I know what I'm capable of, and I know what they're capable of. Here's the test. And then you play to the best of your ability, and may the best man win. That's how you go about it when you're trying to learn these things. And that's the mindset you're supposed to have going into these things, is always push yourself to your limits and wanting to be better. This man will not do that. This man expects the world to bow to him, or every opponent he plays is supposed to be a 2-year-old eating the controller rather than a competent player on the other side of the screen. And don't get it twisted, him having such a weak mindset in fighting games has given him some of the most quintessential LTG rage moments, and that we're all grateful for. So we're all grateful for that. Like, here's a little montage of some of the best Low Tier God rage moments.
Fucking it's the same old fucking shit. God damn, these niggas are frauds, dude.
And that all just stems from him having a weak mindset. And not to mention, his mindset is so bad when it comes to these games or these fighting games that he's a habitual rage quitter. We all know that. Like I said again, I'm gonna keep saying it whenever anytime I get a chance to say it. He has 2 accounts banned in Tekken. Not only that, but in the past, like in 2014, if anyone here has been trolling him since 2014, that man has had numerous Xbox tags banned, and he's had 3 Xboxes banned, console banned, for his hate speech, because he gets so tilted so fast that he has to send hate mail and rage quit. That's impressive. 3 consoles? He's on par with Minnesota Burns in getting consoles banned. And yo, shout out to anyone who remembers Minnesota Burns back from the Call of Duty days. And then if you ever try to check him and tell him like, yo man, it ain't that deep, you just gonna get banned or 2 weeks out of his chat, because he refuses to take any accountability for the stuff he says or the stuff that he's doing in these games. He will always clip his own wings and take the wind out of his own sails to be good at these games, because he claims that, again, he's eclipsed the FGC. And we're going to get into that a little bit later, but again, he cripples himself. So at number 3, his mindset and how easily he gets tilted is the number 3 spot.
Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good day.
Ooh, at number 2, we starting to get juicy with this one. It's starting to get better and better. But number 2, reason why he's so bad at fighting games is his painstakingly predictability. He's very predictable in every game he plays. Very much so. I'm pretty sure you can watch any game he's played from 2014 up until now, and you'll notice that he has a pattern with every character and every game that he plays. I'll give you an example real quick. In Smash, when he plays Smash, when he's playing as Snake, he just drops grenades, and every time he drops a grenade, he rolls. He does anything, he rolls. With the Belmonts, he loses a lot of special moves. He used side B, and he used down B, and he used neutral B. All in neutral, which he shouldn't be doing. And sometimes he'll start to, short hop back air, short hop forward air sometimes, but every time he does that, he rolls and then does down tilt, and then roll. Any action he does, he'll roll. When he gets hit and hit stun, he immediately jumps out of it, or he immediately air dodges out of hit stun over and over. Very predictable, which is why he gets dunked on every time he plays Smash. In Tekken, he'll always jab, jab, or he'll jab, jab, low, or jab, low, mid, low, or he'll throw a plus on block move, jab, plus on block move, jab. He will not sidestep. He will not take note of what his opponent is doing so then he can check them for it. He won't pick up on their habits so he can get counter hit launches. He won't do none of that. Instead, he will just do these moves hoping you won't press a button at all. And then is surprised when he gets mashed on because he doesn't know frame data either. He says, do you know your frames? Do you know your frames? Again, he's very ignorant in these games that he plays, and he thinks he knows more than what he does, but he does not. A good man once told me, it is better to know how to learn than to know. This man doesn't know either one of those things. He doesn't know how to learn, and he also doesn't know anything. When he plays Tekken, he gets counter hit launched a lot because he mashes. And every time he gets launched, you would think, oh, maybe I should stop doing this. But no, he'll repeat the same actions over and over again and keep mashing. Or keep committing to the same one-dimensional offense and get blown up for it. But then somehow it's not his fault. It's the game's fault. The game's too remedial. The game is easy mode. When realistically, you just mash and do the same crap over and over again is why you keep getting blown up. And you would think, oh, he plays a projectile defensive keep away zoning style because he doesn't want to engage. He'd rather force engagements in fighting games, which is no problem. You can play lame. That's a play style you can do, but he's not even good at being lame. It's very one-dimensional because it's predictable. Here's another example. In Mortal Kombat 1, he plays as Reiko with Mutaro as a cameo, and then he plays as Sector with Mutaro as a cameo. And what he does, throws rockets and ninja stars. And the minute you close the distance, he's going to either go into running stance slide, or he's going to teleport or do the one low over and over again as a keep out option. That's what he does. Other than that, he doesn't have no other one-dimensional offense. He calls it layered gameplay. It's nothing layered about it. He just does this. It's very the thing he used to always complain about, which was flowchartness or flowchartiness. He's exactly that. He has a flowchart for every game that he plays. Every character that he plays them in a flowchart. For instance, when he's playing his Reiko and he's throwing ninja stars over and over again, and when he has meter, he'll burn it and he will throw EX meter. He'll throw EX ninja stars, and that's a mid, so you have to block. You don't have to duck. When he has no meter, people just slowly walk up, duck, slowly walk up, duck, slowly walk up, duck. The minute he feels like you're not going to block, he's going to try to hit you with the slide because you're getting past his main source of keeping you out. So he's going to try to still attack you. If you block the stance, that's a punish, a full launch punish. And he's been punished for it many, many times. And when he gets launched, does he stop doing it? No, he keeps doing it. And he gets blown up again. And then when he gets blown up again, what does he do? He rage quits. Completely just rage quits. And before any of you Dale defenders or LTG defenders or whatever, or you cloaks say like, oh, he's not trying, please understand he is trying. There's too many coincidences and show that when he's how the best way to put it, he's got footage of him playing at Evo against Dogura, against some random, against some other person in Tekken. Like, he has matches recorded at Evo and other places, and you can see he plays the same way as he does on stream. Very, very one-dimensional. And I'll be the first to admit, even sometimes I get in autopilot mode and my brain is not working, and I commit to the same thing. My timing be the same, my attack options be the same, my attack choices be the same, and it blows me up for it and I lose. But I have to adapt and learn that, and learn, oh, I gotta stop doing that. Like, keep that in mind. Stop doing it. He knows this matchup. This person knows this. He knows this. He doesn't do that because he feels he doesn't need to, which is so not the case. And you want to know why he feels that he doesn't need to do any of the things I just talked about in this video?
Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good day.
It's because at number one, his goddamn ego is just way too freaking big. And I'm pretty sure all of you could have guessed it. Could have guessed what number one was going to be on this list. It's his goddamn ego. Coming from me, I have once in my life had a really high ego to the point where I felt like I had to show people how good I thought I was than what I really was. And it took a friend of mine telling me that, dude, you have a lot of work to do, and stop pump faking like you're this good at this game when really you have a lot of work to do. And that's the truth. You know, I've let my ego get the better of me when it comes to things, especially when it comes to fighting games. It's very competitive. I have done that, but since then, I've learned to humble myself and realize that, hey man, having an ego only does nothing good for you, but just make you a worse player. Because it stops you from wanting to grow, it stops you from having a willingness to learn, it kills your drive because you feel like, oh, I'm already better than these people, there's no way they should be beating me. So then it hurts a lot worse when you do lose because you overestimate and you underestimate people. You should never be able to do that. You should take every match the same, as I said. Dale, on the other hand, has an ego the size of the goddamn sun and doesn't know exactly what being humble means at all. Unless he's playing against a pro player or an influencer or a streamer or whatever, then suddenly his ego is slightly at the door knocking, asking to slightly come in. But other than that, his ego is way too high. His ego stops him from being anywhere he could be in life, mind you. But in regards to fighting games, he can be regarded as probably one of the best heels in fighting game history with his jokes and comments and everything else. But he fails to do that. He won't be able to do that because his ego is so high. He can't be the butt of a joke when it comes to the FGC. He can't be like, oh, I'm the meme and I'll play into that role, and then people would say he's more lighthearted. They wouldn't do that. His ego is so high that he refused to let anyone give him advice on how to be better at a game. Even if it's a pro player, he'll take it as a slight and choose to just be at hominem and attack you for it. His ego is so high that when he has lobbies up for any of the games that he is playing, you have to sandbag, or else you will be suspended or timed out or just straight up banned out of his lobby because you're trying to beat him. So imagine having to handicap yourself for a 40-year-old man playing a fighting game. That's very sad. And like, we all get it. We know it's supposed to be the facade of, oh, I'm a god and whatever. When he says, oh, I eclipsed this FGC stuff, that he loves to say a lot now that he's where he is, which is no much different than where he was in 2014. But he says he eclipsed the FGC, but understand that he would not be where he is without the FGC. And he swears up and down that he's done this all on his own. No, he's done it off the backs of others. Believe it or not, he's done it off the backs of others to help boost where he's gotten. It's because of the FGCs why he's gotten on the E-League Challenger on TV. It's because the FGC is why he was at the Streamer Awards getting booed, mind you, but that's the reason why he was there. Not because he was a captivating streamer, but because he's a fighting game player. And what was he there at the Streamer Awards to present? The best fighting game content creator. So he cannot say that he eclipsed the FGC when that's all he's known for from anyone outside of being a rager and a serial flagger and just a straight up meme and rage quitter. There's just too many examples that when he's playing another influencer or another player, when they're like in a set or whatever, when he's winning, you see how happy he is. Like, for instance, when he was playing against Deji, you can see just how happy he was when he's up. The minute he's down, look what happens. Suddenly it ain't too fun. Suddenly the game's remedial. Suddenly the game is bad. Suddenly all this other stuff. Like recently, he just went off on Shokyo because Shokyo made a tweet about a comment he made about there's Cuddlecore, Lil Majin, and somebody else in top 3 at the tournament. And he's pretty much saying that blacks can't be good at fighting games. You have to be a certain type of black. And he's like, oh, I don't need to win no tournament to be known and stuff like that. When realistically, if he was in that spot, he would never shut up about it. Like I said in my one video about the whole DreamCon thing, if he won that tournament, he will gloat till the freaking cows come home. But no, he cannot let no one have anything because his ego was so high that he feels that, oh, I wasn't there, so they're not even good because the game is bad. Well, if the game is bad and remedial and you think that you're so much better than all these other players, then why do you lose so often? And you know what that is? His pride is so high and his ego so high that he makes the same excuse 2%. 2% coins. I'm not trying. When really that's just a scrub lord's cope of how to deal with being bad at a fighting game. He copes with just saying like, oh, I'm not even trying. We've all had that friend that you've brought over your house when you were younger or whatever, and y'all play a game he's never even played, or a game that he hasn't played that much of, and he's all like, oh, if I win, I don't even play this game, you're bad. Or if you beat me, I don't even play this game, so it don't even matter. Just gives himself an out to protect his fragile ego. That's pretty much what it is. His ego is so delicate that he cannot bear to lose, because he thinks he's better than everybody. He thinks he's better than anyone online. And if you best him or you're better than him, the game is fake. Your character is overpowered. Your character is cheap. His character sucks. The sun was in his eyes. You know, his car payment wasn't right. His cat was running through his cords. And his toaster was on fire. Everything but, oh, I lost. I got outplayed. He will never admit that, because, again, his ego is just too damn high. He has too much of an inflated ego, like higher than Kung Lao's inflated ass ego, and I love Kung Lao. So in conclusion, there's many more reasons why he's bad at fighting games. Like in particular, like I can pretty much make a video going into why he's very bad in every fighting game he's played, from Tekken 7, Tekken 8, Smash, Mortal Kombat 11, Mortal Kombat 1. Any game he plays that I play, that I'm competent at, I can deeply explain why he's bad, other than the reasons. I can explain technically why he's bad. But in conclusion, LTG would never be good at these fighting games like he once was, or which he could have been, until he lets his ego aside. The minute he puts his ego on the shelf and realizes that he's not some god at these fighting games anymore, and the fact that he never was, and he leads the room to be coached or to have some sort of growth or to want to grind out like he used to, because he had that drive back in the day. As I said in 2014, if he can refine that drive to do that and put all the other nonsense aside, people would start to grow to respect him, at least in regards to fighting games. We're not going to talk about all the other stuff that he's hated for. We all know that. But in regards to fighting games, if he actually showed that he cared enough to want to get better at these fighting games, like he says he doesn't care, but yet he's constantly playing fighting games and raging at them, if he took some time out to do any of the things I mentioned in this video, he'd be a lot better. Trust me, everyone knows that. He would be a whole lot better, but instead, until that day comes, which it probably never will, he's going to stick in this spot where he's constantly raging at video games, being stuck in the same ring, and it's going to be a perpetual cycle, and we're just going to get free content out of it and continue to laugh at him being painfully bad at these fighting games, especially Smash. He's painfully bad at Smash. It's like not even a joke at this point. But anyway, that's the video, guys. I had to get that one out like I promised, and I could have went deeper into it, but I felt like there was no need to write a huge script explaining something that us trolls and other trolls have probably already noticed, but no one's really talking about why he's bad at fighting games too much. So I just wanted to shoot my opinions on why he's bad at this game with a little bit of examples I can sprinkle out here and there. But I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Like and subscribe. I appreciate it. It really helps the channel out. We're still going to keep growing. I got more coming for y'all, but my PC's coming in real soon, so things will be a lot better. And I just can't stop playing Black Ops 6, man. It's just so goddamn fun. The stuff's been on the shelf because I'm playing Black Ops 6, but I'll catch you on the next video. I love y'all. Peace.